Once upon a time, in a village named Rampur, there lived a poor Brahmin who had 4 sons. The poor Brahmin taught them all the Vedas and the holy scriptures as per tradition. One fine day, both the Brahmin and his wife died, unfortunately. Now that left the 4 boys with no one to look after them, and they were completely clueless on what to do next. One of them suggested, "Why don't we go and stay over at Mum's father's house? He will definitely look after us. After all, he is our grandfather." The other 3 boys liked the idea of living with their grandfather and hence agreed to the suggestion and decided to go and stay with their maternal grandfather. They reached their grandfather's house and settled down in a few days. But soon, as a few days went by, they realized that they were completely unwelcome there and that their cousins were unreceptive to the 4 boys. The boys then decided to step out into the world and learn a special skill and come back and meet at a common place after a while. Each one of them went in 4 different directions and worked hard to learn new skills. They came across many skills but adapted the one they liked the most. So, as decided, the day that they wanted to meet back arrived, and so they met at the same place that they dispersed initially. All of them were eager to share with each other what they had learned. So each told what he had learned. The first one began. He said, "I can create flesh of a creature from a single one of the creature." The second boy said, "I know how to grow the hair and skin of a creature if it has flesh and bones." The third one then added, "I can create the limbs of a creature if its form is complete with skin, hair, flesh, and bones." The fourth one then concluded, saying, "I know how to give life to that creature once it's complete in form with limbs." Listening to all their skills, they were extremely eager to go test it out and see to what extent they have succeeded in learning the skill. So they set off into the forest to find a piece of bone of any creature on which they could test their skill. So they found a lion's bone, and now each of them displayed his skill and created a live, huge lion. But obviously, as fate would have it, the same lion that they created killed all 4 of them and sped away. At this, the Betal stops and asks King Vikram this question: "Who among the 4 brothers do you think, O king, is responsible for their death?" Vikram takes a while to think and then replies, "The one that is responsible for all of their deaths is the 4th boy, as he was the one who gave life to the otherwise dead structure of bones, flesh, limbs, and hair." And as usual, as soon as Vikram had finished his answer, the Betal instantly ran away back to the tree. Once upon a time, there lived a king of Ujjaini by name of Dharma. He had 3 exquisitely sensitive queens. He loved all of them very much, and all of them were of unparalleled beauty. On one of the occasions, while the king was playing the first queen, he ruffled her hair. The lotus flower on her ear fell over her thigh and made a wound, and she cried out loud. The king was surprised at her sensitivity and immediately requested medical attention for her. On another occasion, he was with the second queen on a full moon night on the roof of his palace. The queen suddenly felt her skin burning because of the moonlight. The king ordered for medical attention immediately for her too, and was again astonished at her sensitivity. On the third occasion, when he was with the third queen, she happened to collapse on the floor on hearing the sound of a mortar grinding rice far, far away from the palace. The king immediately ordered medical attention for her and was surprised too. Since then, he took utmost care of his 3 ultra-sensitive queens. Betal stops and asks King Vikram, "Who among the 3 queens is the most sensitive one, according to you, O king?" King Vikram takes some time to reply and says, "According to me, the third one. The third one is the most sensitive one, as she had not even been touched by the light or a flower. She had only heard a noise from the distance." Now, as soon as King Vikram finished his answer, Betal disappeared back to the tree, to which Vikram started running behind it.